How a Sigma guy turns into a heartless, grim reality. Recall what the Rocky said. Life has a way of testing us, pushing us to the edge until we either crumble or emerge hardened like steel forged in fire as we navigate. The world isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and no matter how tough you are, it will bring you to your knees and keep you there forever if you allow it. In the complexities of society, we frequently encounter individuals who seem strong and unwavering, almost as if they are disconnected from everything around them. However, if we take a closer look, we may find that beneath their tough exterior lies a person carrying a pain that feels raw and unhealed. This man is the Sigma male. He walks among us quietly carrying his pain, but it could consume him completely. This is not to say that Sigma males are naturally cold-hearted, rather, there are some things that make them so. In this video, we'll uncover the dark realities that cause a Sigma male to become an icy cold individual. So let's start. In a society where material riches is revered like a deity and success is determined by the size of one's bank account and automobile brand, 8 individuals place a high value on money and possessions. They will stop at nothing to outperform one another and advance in their jobs. How can you hold Sigma men responsible for separating from the outside world after seeing corruption and greed? Lies and treachery, friendships broken by little altercations, families ripped apart by greed have been harmed, deceived, and exploited, and they have learned a hard lesson from it all. People will stop at nothing to obtain wealth and material belongings. As a result, they erect barriers around their hearts to protect themselves from being harmed in toxic relationships, which makes them callous, but only because they won't allow anyone else to determine their value. 7th place. When a Sigma guy puts himself first, they are often seen as selfish because they are steadfast in their commitment and consistently put their own wants before of everyone else's. However, this is not done out of a feeling of entitlement, superiority, or arrogance. Rather, it is done for survival. In his book The 48 Laws of Power, best-selling author Robert claims that instinctively, the world is a jungle and that Sigma men are the lone wolf ferociously defending their territory. According to the 2nd law, learn to utilize adversaries and never place too much confidence in friends. Next time you come across a Sigma male who seems cold and aloof, keep in mind that they are only doing what they need to survive. This sentiment strikes a deep chord with Sigma males who understand that in order to thrive in this world, they must first and foremost look out for themselves. They are not heartless, they are simply survivors in a world that demands conformity at every turn. Number 6. Never tells anyone what they are going to do next. Picture a lone wolf navigating life's ups and downs. He keeps his plans to himself and doesn't let anyone know what he is up to. In a world where information is power, withholding information becomes a weapon that the Sigma male uses with deadly precision. By keeping others in the dark, they maintain control and make it difficult for others to keep up with them. This is not a decision made lightly, rather, it's a survival strategy, a way to protect themselves from a world that constantly seeks to put them down. In this quest, their hearts grow cold, imprisoned in a fortress of their own making. It also drives them to lock away their thoughts, emotions, and very beings. Number 5. Does not believe in shallow friendships, in contrast to the masses, who thrive on superficial interactions. There is a cost associated with Sigma males' desire for depth and authenticity in their relationships. They don't waste time on meaningless connections that lack substance in favor of meaningful connections created via sincere respect and understanding. It cultivates a feeling of disengagement. Sigma guys are becoming isolated individuals in a sea of superficiality because to aloofness. They are sometimes misinterpreted and called cold-hearted or distant just for refusing to participate in pointless and fleeting interactions. Sigma guys are not intentionally cold-hearted, rather, they have decided to avoid the hurt of disappointment and betrayal because they have seen the hollowness of fleeting relationships. The 4th is a detached observer, who has the remarkable capacity to analyze the intentions and motivations of people around them while remaining distant and aloof. They view the world objectively, free from the biases and prejudices that impair their peers' perceptions, but this clarity comes at a cost. A sensation of loneliness, as if they're trapped in a sea of emotions that they don't fully comprehend. Number 3. They do not internalize. Detachment and coldness are not a choice, rather, they are a result of their innate nature. They are wired to observe, analyze, and comprehend. In a society that prioritizes emotion over analysis, they are frequently misinterpreted as being distant or heartless, but underneath the surface is a depth of thought and feeling that others cannot see. Imagine living in a world where every hurtful phrase you hear aches like an unhealing wound within your head. Sigma males understand that they have no control over the words or actions of others, so they choose not to allow them to affect their sense of self-worth. For example, if someone cuts you off in traffic, is it a sign of intelligence that you allow it to ruin your entire day? No, you should brush it off and move on. This is the reality for those who internalize, but Sigma males refuse to let external negativity dictate their inner peace. That's the mindset of a Sigma male. They know their strengths and weaknesses and won't let anyone take away their peace. Number 2, a Sigma male is extremely sensitive, meaning that everything is felt intensely by them. Every word, gesture, and small thing strikes them hard. For Sigma males, this sensitivity can be both a blessing and a curse because, on the one hand, it enables them to understand and connect with people on a profound level and to empathize deeply with others, but it also leaves them vulnerable to the harsh realities of the outside world. As a coping mechanism to control their emotions, Sigma males find it difficult to build lasting relationships, open up about their feelings, and allow others into their personal space. They run the risk of alienating those around them, but underneath those walls, there is still that sensitive person. The reality for many Sigma males is that they are frequently misunderstood, misjudged, and left feeling alone in a world that doesn't speak their language. That's where the cold-heartedness comes in. It's not because CMA males are inherently cruel or emotionless. Rather, it's because the world doesn't understand their emotions, thoughts, way of life, and ultimately them as a whole. Well, guys, we're done for today. We'll be back soon with another fascinating exploration. So, subscribe for more content on Sigma males.